Let's go get to work. Let's go get to work, guys.
The Ukrainian 54th Brigade.
All right. Where we're gonna set you guys up at so you guys can hopefully see everything, huh? Guess we can set you on the corner over here by the epoxy table portion here. There we go. And we'll just try to keep everything in center. Yeah, good. No idea if you guys can hear me or see right now. Yeah, we're gonna need to drill here in a second. So here's what we got, guys. We cut these 4 pieces up earlier. Let me see if that's in. There we go. We cut these pieces up and they're supposed to fit back together like so. We've numbered them. We've got a hole that goes all the way through. And we're about to test that that is a clean hole all the way through. I just used one of these fishing rods that I apparently didn't put my tape back on. And just make sure we can go all the way through uninhibited from one end to the next. So far so good. So, oh, what do we have here? Oh, nope, still good. Beautiful. So you guys can see, we get it all the way through. As far as I know, there's no issues, bindings. So I'm going to say that that hole is good to go all the way through to run cable. So I'm assuming we're still live on YouTube. Guess I could check right quick. Twitch and YouTube, make sure we're back up and running. Do-do-do. Do-do-do. And the answer would probably be no. Let me go fix it. It's like we're not up and running on YouTube right now. Oh, we are. We are. Why can't I see this here on? No. Up and running on YouTube. Oh, we are. Okay, guys.
Oh, we are.
All right.
Why can't?
Good. Beautiful. All right, so we are live. You guys can see. So, what I'm thinking we do here, and let's grab the woodworking box, is that we do some pegs, drill some holes for some pegs, and glue it back up. And I've got a thing of pegs around here somewhere. There we go. There's some, and there's some. Dowels, pegs, whatever you guys want to call them, right? So, what are we looking like? You think we could fit 4 in there on the corners on each piece? Let me see. I think we'd be okay. It's kind of iffy on this hole. See where we weren't really center at all on it. But I still think we've got enough room to dowel it up in each corner there. 4 is kind of pushing it, Anthony. You don't want to stick with maybe just 2 left and right? I tell you what, we could alternate. We could do 2 and 2 on the sides, and then 2 top and bottom. We may have to do 4 all the way across there. Just, it's better safe than sorry. I mean, it's going to be like 16 of these total, but it's a lot of holes to drill. But I feel as though it's going to be nice and sturdy if I do it that way. As soon as I find my little metal inserts that were supposed to be in here somewhere. Well, it's on this table somewhere. 1, 2, 3, 4 for this. 2 and 2. And 1, 2, 3, 4 over here for a glue up. And then we'll need 4 for the middle, which probably won't be glued today. And just to save on space, why don't we combine all these dowels? Should fit no problem. There we go. Now we can trash this. We got a trash bag here. We got enough dowels out. All we need is the other portion now that goes with this. I'm gonna need some glue. Don't ask me where all my extra wood glue is. I kind of feel like some of it's missing. Or maybe this is all we ever really had from the last project. Something like that. All right, let's see if we can't find those metal tabs. Here's 1, here's 2. All right, guys. So here's how it works. You drill a hole, you put these little tabs in the hole, and you butt these 2 pieces up, and it makes an indentation on the second piece. And then you know exactly where to drill your next holes. Okay? Show you guys right there. Pretty simple. It came with the kit. I can't remember if 1 or 2 came with the kit, but I ended up buying a second kit. So I advise that you, depending on how many you need, you might want to do the same or something similar. The drill bit that is used to cut the perfect said hole is also around here on the table. And we will figure out which one of these ones it is. It's an all metal one. There it is. So this wonder makes the perfect holes for those dowels. Okay? Got enough juice left on the battery. So let's go ahead and try. Let's try 4 between these 2 pieces here that go together. 3 and 4 go together. So we'll go for the corners. Measurement isn't too important because we're going to be making the mirror indentions on the other piece. So yeah, I think we just want to hit the 4 corners, and then we'll do 2. We'll do opposites to try to kind of help line it up. We'll do not adjacent, but opposites here. Not too deep. Maybe just past a 1/4 inch. That slid right on in. We'll do the same thing in this other corner here. Try to stay as perpendicular to the surface. Keep that hole nice and straight. Okay. Now, with the first 2 holes, and we know we've got our 3 and 4 on top here, so it's nice and level. And just to make sure we're 100% square before we push these together, let's get another flat piece in there, like so. And we'll kind of use that as a brace wall, right? Yeah, those are pretty straight. And as we push these together, we should get an indentation made. Hold on. Not sure that's the straightest piece we've got there, sir. Make sure it's not warped at all. There we go. Take out our mallet here and just a few love taps. Get that indentation in there nice and beautiful. See those 2 indentions? So we're gonna go ahead and do our 1/4 inch, do our 1/4 inch. And those should be ready to dowel. Now I'm gonna do a test fit before we move on to the next 2 holes. And to be honest, with these being catty cornered like this, we might not need all 4 because technically we are catching it on 2 different axes. But I think I'm still gonna go with 4 on each connection. These are troublesome to get out sometimes, depending on how tight the hole is that you made for them. This one's out. I just want to test it with the dowels to make sure that where we need to be. I would prefer not to mess my build up here. But I can't get a fingernail under here. Give me a second, guys. Use the old blade, trusty multi-purpose tool here. See, we can't get up under there with this here knife. There we go. Just had to get it started. And close that blade back up because we don't want it to fall off the table, and even though we've got closed-toe shoes on. All right, so now we should be able to take 2 dowels as such, and I could I'm not going to hammer these in. I'm not going to glue them right now because again, this is really just, we just want to test fit. And I can tell you right now, these are really tight holes. We have not widened them up at all. And make sure our labels are up here. And so I think we will widen the holes a little bit just because it's, oh yeah, 2 is probably going to be plenty strong here, guys. I don't want to per se undo the luck of doing 4. But you know what? It's a lesson. I think we will do all 4 of them just to get a little more proficient at doing them. So we can't have these in to mark up our next 2 holes, right? Because they fit so tight, it gets stuck and you would never get it apart. So we're going to drill 2 more holes. And again, the alignment isn't necessary as long as we make sure that the butting side has the exact same holes, right? That's the whole point of those metal tabs is trying to eyeball, keep it kind of similar. And we just got to remember which ones are our 2 new holes on those corners. 4 is facing up. And the same premise here, right? And just kind of beautiful. 2 more holes. I'll take a second to pause and read your comments and text here in just a second. Okay. Okay. So just to show you the depth, I mean, we didn't go too deep on these, and I'm thinking we should probably go a little deeper on each. Too shallow and you'll never get your pieces butted up on each other. Okay, so now we're at a good 1/2 inch on this side, and let's make sure we're a 1/2 inch over here. Okay, pop out our little nipples. Hopefully I can get to them this time. Oh, got a problem one again. It's all right, nothing the blade can't assist us with. Boom. Okay. So now we can technically, once we get our glue set up, see we don't have much left, so we'll leave that tilted there. These 2 pieces are ready to be doweled and glued together. We will put glue on the pegs, and we'll get our clamps out. We've got what, 1 long one over there? That's not gonna be long enough to catch. And we've got 2 short ones over here. So we'll get ready to glue it up. Just waiting for that glue to get down into that tip. Grab us a clamp. Plenty long enough, 2-foot clamp here to keep some pressure till that glue dries, right? Beautiful, beautiful. And we're gonna keep, I mean, we don't need to go like super heavy on the glue either. And keep it nice and light, and just let pressure and the glue do its job. And you know, we're not supporting like human weight on this pole right here anyway. Okay, so just gonna, yeah, everything should be fitting just right. Probably will have to use the mallet since these holes are somewhat a little tight. Let me read what you guys are sending here real quick. see what we got. Is it? No, it's not streaming the printer. Can I see this here on? No. It's not streaming the printer. Is it? No. Yeah. Some people have gone to the wrong stream, the old stream, so they're not able to quite see what the new stream's looking like. And we're just going to use our finger to rub this around on the surface here. Don't need a whole lot, obviously. Surface here. We're going to avoid going into our big center hole because we kind of want to leave that like it is. Okay. And we'll give these just a few taps here in a second. Get these starter dowels in place. Leave it like that. Okay, take our finger and spread that glue on out. So that we can clean this other, whatever comes off the edge, we can clean up, sand it off later. Right now we just want that glue, not super thin, but generously applied around these posts in that, that circle there. I think that's a good amount. We're going to do the same over here because once this is pounded together, you're not going to have access to spread that around. Okay. And now we need to put some around the top of the pegs. Okay, now we should just rub it around the center there, around the whole post. Okay, make sure we got our 3 facing up. There it is. Make sure we got our 4 facing up. I don't know, guys, what do you think? Think we need to drill it a little bit deeper on this other side? I think just for safe measure, we are going to drill a little bit deeper. may just have to clean that off and do another thing of glue on here. Just to be safe. We don't want to, really don't want to undershoot those holes and we can't get it together. So what we're going to do, we're going to go ahead and wipe this glue off. And we're just going to reapply some glue. Just got an old t-shirt here that I don't really care about. It's already got stuff on it. Just making sure we get all those extra wood pieces off that we just drilled. So we want to make sure we got a nice clean glue on glue contact here. So we know on the next set of holes, we'll just go deeper from the onset. So here we go, reapplying the glue. But now we know those holes are for sure deep enough. Shouldn't be no issues there. Okay? 4 is up. 3 is up. So we got an issue with one of these. Yeah, it's getting there. Just need to make sure we keep it nice and straight. Interesting. We seem to be running into an issue here. Let's see what we get on the clamp. I mean, we're where we want to be. We've just got this tiny gap here. In this wood. Could be problematic. Yeah, we're not getting a flush seal here, so let's see if we can't pull apart before it gets too stuck. See what we got. We're doing on battery, doing good on battery. Okay. So what we got? We got a hole that's not deep enough, maybe? Let me see. Perhaps. Perhaps this hole. I'll tell you what, we'll re-glue this side, right? Just a little bit of glue. Take it off. So we know, like I said, on these next holes, we just need to go as deep, probably a little bit wider on everything. Just because these are supposed to be nice and snug up against each other. Okay. Yeah, let's apply some more glue. Not sure why we were butting up like that, not getting a flush finish there at the end there. That's a good thing about glue though, is it's not instant. You got time to play with it. Here we go again. So, the problem child is here in this corner. get it apart and keep it marked. Whoops, not good. Not good, not good. Well, if they're broken, they cannot stop us, yes? Problematic. Trying to make sure we hit the same hole here. Okay. So not a complete game changer. Okay. So we had issues, right? So here's what we're going to do to resolve these issues. One, we're going to try to carefully work these out. And it might not come out. It's okay. This one needs to be re-drilled. So we're just going to sand off this top layer of glue, make sure we're nice and flush again. We're able to re-drill those holes. We're going to buff some of that off as well. Sanded. All you can do. Didn't go flush like we were hoping for. We'll just clear it up a little bit. Beautiful. Good enough. Now, let's try this dowel thing again, shall we? No glue. So perhaps we should be doing something more along the lines of a full dry fit with holes that are big enough for tolerance. I think even that's still right. There we go. There we go. Okay. So let's see what we look like on the dry fit. Give me a little bit of playroom. Now I can work with something like that. Still not completely flush, as you can see. let's do this. Let's go ahead and break and chop these two off and drill these out as well. Because they're still not getting the finish that we're looking for. Okay, good. Didn't have to break it. Good, didn't have to break it. Definitely won't use those pegs again, they're warped. Doing on battery is so good. Okay, a little more tolerance there. Let's go ahead and buff this side again. Now that we got those pegs out. Okay, sorry about the loud sound there, guys. Okay, 2 more pegs, please. And buff this side again, too. Why not? Get rid of some of those pencil marks so we know we actually removed a layer. Holes are a little more forgiving and for the dry fit. Oh, that hole's kind of still tight. Okay. What are we looking at here? I think that's good. I think what we're looking at here, this little gap, is nothing more than the way it was cut. Let me see if I can see through that. No, I can't see through that. Okay, so now we're ready for the glue up. on this. All right, glue. You ready this time? Glue's like, I was ready last time. You weren't ready. Yeah. Whatever. Okay. Pound those in, make sure we're nice and okay. Okay. I'll check after I clamp these two down, I'll check messages again. Three, four, good enough. We'll sand it down, try to get it smooth, probably fill it in a little bit. You know, it's not the most perfect butt up end, but the cut wasn't either. So we'll just stick with what we got. It's pretty lined up as far as we can tell right now. Right, just a little bit in this corner. We're gonna sand the corners down anyway. I'm gonna buff all those down, but we have a chance to try to fill it in as much as possible. The less filling I gotta do later. All right, so we can set this to the side and we can start on the next 4 holes with the lessons that we've learned from this time, right? What are we looking like on battery on the mic? Good. So I'll take this chance once I move this out of the way, and we'll see what you guys, if anything, are saying on YouTube. I guess I could check Twitch, but I'm not sure if chat history is turned all the way on or not. Trash. I'll find those other ones and trash those as well. All right, let's see what you guys said. See if there was any questions. Let's see here. One watching. I'm certain there's no. That explains why you weren't reading Twitch chat. Yes. So we're streaming to both, and I see we're a little crooked there. We've got some Raspberry Pis that are restreaming locally to both. Long time no talk. Still in Georgia? Yes. You'll have to jog my memory. Because as you can tell, it's been forever since I've streamed really on YouTube like that, and forever on Twitch, really streaming all together. I can imagine that the audio buffer is off on one, if not both. Okay, it's Toph. Moz, what's up, Moz? You know, yeah, I remember. Yeah, I mean, you change names like every year now. It seems like. What are you going to be doing here in Georgia? Curiously. Okay, here's one. We still got the sticker. So these 2 cuts. Now you guys can see these cuts should be perfect. Once we drill those holes, they should have no gaps besides what you kind of see here. That's how they're designed to fit together. Oh, IT work, huh? Well, I assume it's still IT work. Correct me if I'm wrong, Mr. Chris Riley's. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to use your slave name. You're like, what? Yes, I remember. Because I built the website for you. What was he saying? In acquisitions. Okay. So yeah, we got the wireless mic on. Doxed. So we're in school right now learning Python, which I could take you on a tour and show you. I've already coded something in Python, but I'll save you the trip. I see we got some epoxy here that probably hasn't cured yet. Yeah, so we're doing Python. We're going for that web dev type stuff in the long term. But I'm still very fluent in all the IT stuff as well. I mean, I haven't let any of that go. Just write this a little better so we can read it. I know many herbs involved deep in drones and RC planes. Okay. What, we talking custom? We talking DJI? We talking FPV? What kind of drones are we talking? Like roof inspection drones? Or what are we talking, Toph? If they hire more, okay. I mean, I still do stuff on Field Nation from time to time, custom built FPV. What brand are you using for your goggles? All right, so we're on to the last, well, not the last 4 holes, but another 4 holes, and then we'll need to get some more of those out soon. What brand? Custom built. Are we gonna be able to get a 4th hole in there? That's what I'm worried about right there. That one right, this corner right here, guys, I'm gonna show you. We don't have a lot of bite area because of how we offset that center hole, but we're still gonna put one out there, unfortunately. We stuck with 4, we're doing 4 on each connection. Don't talk about my paddle bit biting skills either. I know they're trash. We're gonna make our holes from this side, since this is the 8-up side. Let's see what he said here in a second. Of course, I mean, help if your phone would stay on. Oh. CompuComs uses Field Nation. Right now I still have my Sky Zone 02, looking at upgrading to HD Zeros. So I've got 3D printers. I don't know if you can see, I've got 3 of them now. And so, yeah, Field Nation is okay. It's good. You know, I'm not gonna. It seems more times than not they're trying to send me halfway across Georgia. Halfway across Georgia, you know, as an emergency, and they don't want to pay right. A lot of those companies on Field Nation, and they try to get me to go to Alabama and Florida, and I'm like, yo, like, don't you have techs in those states? And I know they don't in some cases, or at least ones they can trust, but they got to make it worth my while if I'm going to be, which I'm sure your company sending you here to Georgia is making it worth your while. You know, whether you're salaried or flat rate for this job and they cover hotel expenses, you know, and they should. I feel like that should be the way it works. Give me a second to read what you're about to say. We pay you for 8 hours even if you work 3. Yeah, so it's not really per se by the hour. It's like you get the job done, you get excuse me, the full pay, which is good, which is great. Forgive me as I'm about to hammer in. Beautiful holes, beautiful. What else we got here? Thank you for the God bless you. Everything is covered. Also, I've been off for the last month. And what? Been off? Family emergency or work's been kind of slow? Let me turn this brightness up so I can see what I'm doing and you guys can kind of maybe see a little better. Oh, Toph. He says, my son just usually 2 weeks to a month between jobs. Oh, the jobs pay pretty good. Tuesday, Wednesday, blah. So he had lots of downtime for sightseeing and whatnot. So I don't know if you know this, Toph. Gary got divorced just at the beginning of this year. You'll be, well, you won't be directly near him, but I'm trying, if you get me the town John lives in, I can tell you how far away between me or Gary you'll be. You know, I got a picture with you last time you came out to Albuquerque. And I have a picture that I just took with Brent, father of three, if you remember playing with him. I took a picture with him not too long ago as well. He was on my side of town. So let's do a dry fit on these two. These are still tight. Yeah, I don't like that. Yeah. Those need to be loosened up more. Loosen it up. Okay. Beautiful. Beautiful. Off by a smidge, but I think once we get these other holes drilled, it'll kind of self-align a little bit. What he's got. You'll be in Woodstock. Okay. Well, Woodstock is a little bit of a hike. For me, let me tell you what it is for Gary. I mean, it's not that bad of a hike, you know, just over an hour to get to Woodstock. Gary is in Commerce, Georgia, if I'm not mistaken. And directions for him to Woodstock, I don't see him, unless you come on a weekend and he doesn't have his kids, I don't see him heading to Woodstock. So it's about an hour and a half for him. Between an hour and a half to 2 hours for him to journey to Woodstock. Yeah. I have some distant family that stays up in Woodstock, or at least they used to. I'm not sure if they still do or not. So I've been there before. Indeed I have. I wonder where John stays. I wouldn't imagine he'd be that far north, but I wouldn't expect Gary to end up way out in Commerce, and he did. sure we're not missing more chat. I don't feel like I am, but at the same time, YouTube seems to be, audio seems to be lagging behind us. I mean, the chat seems to be lagging behind as well. Let me get that back level there. Pull these pegs out, guys. Beautiful. Actually, Gary was, what's his name on Xbox? Is it something with the F? John's brother. Gary had me playing with John's brother on Call of Duty the other night. I think his gamer tag starts with a F. I don't know what his name was. I've forgotten, but oh, that's still way too tight. This one's okay to a certain point. Yeah, these are all tight on this side. Okay. Okay. So what we got here? Any more chat from Tove, or is he gone?
That's not strong.
Why are we still on top chat and not? Here we go. All messages. Nope. Don't see anything else from him. We lost him. Oh, no. That hole is too deep. That is not good. The holes are too deep now, huh? Too deep on that side. Still too tight. Why are these all so tight on this side? Okay. Holes are, we need to gauge that when we connect the two together, that we're not going way too deep on these holes. And it's going to make for a pointless dowel. All right. So I think we're ready to glue and match them up. Glue and match them up, glue and match them up. Yeah, I don't see any more. Unless somehow I'm just missing the chat. Let me just close it and come back in and see. Live chat. Looked like it was 6 viewers, 2 watching. Okay. Bring this other clamp over here on standby. Okay. So we got our glue. Two, one. Much, much smoother. process this time. Much smoother, much more flush. And that will take us into tomorrow, because I don't think, I mean, we do have enough battery we could potentially, but the dry time, just like on the Gorilla Glue, it's a few hours. Maybe next time I do a project like this, I'll have half of it kind of glued up where, you know, I can show you what it looks like after we wait for it to set, and then we combine those pieces. So right now, I'm just gonna make sure we fill in all the gaps, and we're gonna get our clamp, just like before. And really just bite down in the center of that, right? Might not need any glue. Looking pretty solid. Looking pretty solid all the way around. You know what? Just for serendipity, we'll just add a bead of glue anyway, and just wipe. It doesn't hurt nothing. That's it. That's it for this day's episode. Clamp it back again. Oh, not even. Not even, Stephen. That's pretty even enough. There we go. Okay. Probably don't want that sitting on that other glue piece. I'll give it a second and we'll find a place to place it. And then we'll clean up. Yeah. Oh. Gotta get all that glue off your fingers so you can be ambidextrous. Clean up all these tools. Okay. So, clean up, everybody, everywhere. And put our drill bit hopefully back with these other pegs. Like so. Hope those don't open up. Hammer goes in here. Mallet. Not a hammer, it's a mallet. Wood glue. Sealed, goes back in there. Technically, these need to go in there as well. And potentially some glue of some sort. Let's take some of these out and see if we can't fit these comfortably in here and close and secure. Oh look, Brent must have heard Toph was on the stream earlier. Showed up, huh? What's going on here? Oh, she's on. This guy, Brent, comes with the most random questions. Her new name, because she's married now, is Star, is her last name. I don't know if that's his last name, Brent. Let me send you the screenshot. Do with it what you may, Brent. Probably doesn't even know I'm streaming. He just randomly happened to send a message. That's what we'll chalk that up to. These are trash. Spare piece of wood. I hope you guys enjoyed the chit chat. Probably not much work being shown, but small steps where we learned about some peg oversight, where the pegs were not as lined as we would have liked. This guy's trying to tell me that's not her last name. She's married, my guy. Are you looking for her brother? And you want her brother, what her last name was Star. No, it's not. Fuck. You're asking me questions I don't know, don't remember the answers to. Are you looking for her brother? Gotta be, right? Oh, fuck. This guy's asking, I don't remember what. Dude, you're talking about a lifetime ago. You want me to remember their original last name? Under life events? Before they had a name change? I doubt it's here. Oh my God, they've got too many events to go back and see all that. But are you sure that's not her last name? Yeah, that's her. What's her last name? I see Star, but that ain't it. Well, she married. I don't know what he wants. We want marriage certificates, bro? Google the shit. You want to know what the last name was before they married? What's the fucking tell you? All right. So we're just going to get the broom and sweep up. We're going to put the drill battery on the charge because we used it a bunch today. And we don't charge it that often, and the battery does really, really well holding its charge. Every now and then, DeWalt gets it right. Every now and then. I see here that our pressure isn't lined up here either. Now it is. Okay. I think that was everything out of the wood box. Should be a pretty decent amount of try to not let it get too dirty. I want to be able to come out here barefoot sometimes and not track all this sawdust back in the house. That's right, you guys can hear all of it. Every sweep, burp. Hopefully the microphone was not muffled at all this evening. And you guys heard everything nice and clear. Let's take our other spade bit. Someone earlier today at school, at class, asked me how I did the holes. We used the 1¼ inch spade bit to pilot the hole because we wanted some air of margin, or some margin of error, I should say, when we drilled the hole straight through. And here we used a 9/16. It's probably one of the longest spade bits I've got, which is why we used it. Well, longest and widest, I should say. And we were able to only make 4 cuts in our, I think it was a 3 foot long, they call it a 3x3, but it's really 2.5 inches. And it took care of the job. We got our hole all the way through. We'll be able to wire up whatever we need to wire up once we order the plug. I think that's it out here. Let me just double check. Safety goggles are always here. We weren't really cutting anything that we needed those. Epoxy pour tomorrow. I was supposed to do some demo pouring tonight, but it's a bit late already. Let me check back on YouTube, make sure there's nothing else here. I can't help you, Brent. I don't know what else you're looking for there, my guy. $3:15. He'll be here in Atlanta. Neighbors came by. Yeah, it looks way better. Very nice. Oops, 1 minute behind. I hear everything, but it's mighty crackly. I wonder if that's from going wireless or whatnot. I'll have to listen to this and started trying to adjust the microphone or something like that and see what's causing that there. But all right, y'all. Just roughly probably an hour or so. Well, how many? Yeah, hour and a half. It looks like stream. We'll let that glue dry. Probably won't be back out here for the glue up until later in the week, Thursday, maybe the weekend. Tomorrow afternoon, we're going to be pouring the epoxy for the tabletop portion of that end table. And yeah, thank you guys for stopping by. Until next time. Thank you guys for stopping